is the UW account, the UW authority, would you say that's deader than dead, or just dead-ish?
Wow. Do I get more options? How about option D? Still under review, I would say that. I have been probably one of the most consistent supporters of the UW authority. I supported it when former Chancellor Biddy Martin asked for it because I thought that giving more autonomy to Madison to innovate, to find ways to reduce costs and increase services for students was a great way to be able to help deal with potentially not giving them all the money that they wanted. I think that still is true for this budget. I would prefer to see more authority and more autonomy utilized on campuses all across the state to save money so that they would have the ability to reduce the cost of purchasing, so that they would be able to, have students get an easier access to class. But the frustration that I have is if the discussion before it even passes the legislature is protecting the status quo, which is really the message that the regent sent, well then why are we going through the consternation inside the legislature to say we should do a legislative really giving away our authority to a UW authority, which would be independent. So part of me wants to make sure that the UW understands what their goals are. Is it to say we want to have the ability to innovate and do things differently, or is it to say we don't want the legislature to touch anything and leave everything just like it is? I don't know the answer to that.
Well, the governor had initially said that the cuts were in exchange, so his words for more autonomy. Without the autonomy part, can you make the cuts?
Well, that was Governor Walker's plan. I am much more concerned about the actual dollars that are flowing to the universities to try to get, a number that is more reasonable. And frankly, I don't know what that is at this point. It depends on our new revenues, if there are any. My bigger concern, and I've said this consistently too, is that smaller campuses like a Parkside or a UW Waukesha or, a Stout, all of those would have a tougher time dealing with the cuts and might not benefit as much from authority that we would give to them. So I want to find a way to make sure that as the reductions occur, if they have to, which I think to some extent reductions probably have to occur, that we do it in a way that serves every campus and doesn't just kind of hold them all to the same standard where they might think accountability is good for some, but it might not generate the savings on a lot of campuses.